just picked up the U-Haul. There's a lot of hell in there. Gonna go to the dealership. That's where they deliver the motor. We're gonna pick that up. This thing's brand new. I got a lift gate, so it could be easier to load up. So this thing got shipped out of Texas. I got really lucky and found one. These things were almost impossible to get. It reminds me when I got the Elephant motor. So I had it shipped out of Texas. They delivered it to my nearest dealer, and we're gonna go and pick it up. I can't even see him. All right, we're here. We're gonna load this thing up, take it to the shop. Why'd you just back it in here? I'm gonna walk it out with the pedal jet. Hey, Dad, can you bring it closer? Yeah. All right. Wait, it's not gonna be put them side by side because it's hard to put them together. Sure, no.
Well, I can just put it straight in.
It's not gonna work.
What?
I'll show you. I lowered it with the high low.
I get it. Look. Drop the box on here.
That's what I'm gonna do.
And then put that one over here.
Yeah.
Just need somewhere to hold it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Hot.
Oh, I gotta lift it. Ready?
Yeah, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Oh, shit. Yes. Damn. Okay, dropped it.
Alright, it's gonna tilt forward though.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm gonna just put some low pressure up. Yep.
Alright, go ahead.
You wanna step down it too?
No, go ahead. Alright.
Yeah.
Fix the legs.
You want to keep the treasure jack with you or no? Are you ready?
Let's see, give me that cutter. Give me that cutter.
You want it, Kel, or no?
I'm gonna use the cutter.
For what?
Because they taped over the part number.
Okay.
I don't work off the tape the part number. Alright, ready?
Record?
Yeah.
Steel.
Just want to lift the whole top off. Does it come off?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so before we continue, I want to give a quick rundown of what's happening for those who are new to the channel. About a year ago, I got an allocation for a Demon 170 through my local dealership. Went to the dealer, gave a $5,000 deposit, ordered the car. I was aware of the markup. They told me that it was going to be $100,000 over sticker. And I'm like, you know what? The car is going to be worth it because the hype was so crazy about them. About a year later, car shows up. This is the exact car in my spec. I did a red on red, so the interior was red. And this one had a sunroof as well. And I decided not to buy it, and I made a whole video on that. You can go back and watch it. It just wasn't worth it. The hype died down on these, so people were trying to flip these, and they weren't even bringing close to the $200,000 range. So if I was to buy it right off the bat, I would have been in the negative of 50 grand. So I took my money back, but before I did, honestly, I tried to negotiate with the dealer to try to get it closer to the sticker mark, but they wouldn't obviously do that. So I took my money back, and then in the video, I stated that I'm going to try to buy the Demon Crate, which Dodge was offering, which was crazy because the whole point of the car was the motor. You know, it's the fastest production car because of the engine that's in it. But Dodge started to sell the engine as a crate through the direct connection website. So once they released that, the release on it was like last month sometime. I shopped around everywhere. Nobody in Michigan had one. I started calling all over the states, and I got lucky by this dealership in Texas. I wired them the money. They shipped out the motor. And then that's why I had to rent an enterprise truck so I could pick it up from the dealership that they sent it to. So now you guys are seeing me get this engine, and now we're gonna put it in the 300 Trackhawk that I'm doing. So it's gonna be like a crazy ass build, bro. It's gonna be an all-wheel drive Trackhawk 300 with a Demon 170 motor, 1,000 horsepower all-wheel drive. It's gonna be insane. guys, so here it is, the Dodge Demon 170 crate engine. This is the same engine that comes on the Dodge Demon 170. The only difference is they're asking $250,000 for that car, and you can get this engine for $30,000. This engine will be going into the Trackhawk 300, so it's going to be an all-wheel drive Chrysler 170. That's what we're going to call it. It has a 3-liter supercharger, IHI supercharger. I believe it's the same supercharger that was used on the Elephants. Has the yellow block, which represents the 170. Direct connection. I'm not sure what size that lower pulley is, but the upper pulley is a 302. Has a 105mm throttle body. It just has a bunch of crazy stuff. It has the upgraded fuel rails with the ethanol sensor to support the E85. The green belt, of course. It's just a crazy engine, bro. It has 1,000 horsepower right out of the box. So we're going to be installing this engine into the car, like I said. It's going to make 1,000 horsepower, if not more, to all 4 wheels. And that's going to be the whole plan with this. That's why I really slacked with it for a minute, because I know this engine was going to happen. I just didn't want to finish the car 100%. And then having to take everything back apart, like the bumpers, like brake support, the cooling system, so I could do another motor swap. So I was taking my time on it, and then now that the motor's in, hopefully on Monday, we're going to put it back on the hoist, drop that motor, and then... Alright guys, so that's it for the motor, but now I want to talk about what's been happening behind the scenes. I got the taillights wired up, which wasn't really the hard part. Most of it was color match. I just had to reach a couple grounds and made that happen. But what the hard part was making this latch work. The latch on the Jeep was completely different than the latch that's on the 300. The latch on the Jeep has an automatic, up and down where you hit the button and it opens and it closes. And it was all controlled by this module right over here. So when I was wiring it to the latch on the 300, the latch wasn't opening. And we were trying to figure it out. I mean, it was a simple operation. The latch works on a ground and a power. And then obviously the button has a switch. So when we wired it up, the latch on the 300 wasn't working. So we ended up just taking apart the switch that's on the 300 on the third brake light and wiring it to a power and ground off the taillight. So what happens is when you close the trunk now, which I'm going to show you once we get these wires out the way, if the lights are off, the button isn't going to work because it needs 12 volts, right? But then once you unlock it, once the lights turn on, it basically acts like a lock. So now the trunk is going to work. So that was something we had to fight with for like over a day. But now since we're not going to use the module anymore, I'm just going to get rid of it and just keep it the way it is and everything works well. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's video. I appreciate you guys for staying patient and following along while we put this thing together. It's going to be another viral build, I promise. Just make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. Leave some comments down below. I'll be staying up all week and replying to some comments. And I'll see you guys back on the next one.